recording, you'll probably get a little message. I think they started doing that now. Um, so, welcome, everyone. So glad that you are here. We are the YL Unstoppables, five cross team women who all joined up together, met through our coaching with Melissa Pepping called Basics. Um, and we just have joined forces, and there is power in the friendship and the numbers. We've just really enjoyed it. So we hope to bring forth some of that to you. And we all are so different and we all come from different things. So hopefully you can find one of us that you relate to. Um, but we are honored to bring to you a class tonight on back to school wellness. So that is it's kind of timely. Oops, wait. You know what I want to do? I want to make someone else. Um, I want to make all of you girls co-hosts, so that you can let people in when I am talking. Okay, you all should have been invited. All right, and I am going to mute you guys. What we're going to do is we will go ahead and teach our class. And we would love for you to take notes though, and feel free to ask questions at the end. So please make sure to write down your questions because we do want to have a Q&A at the end and answer any questions you may have. But for time's sake, we're just going to push on through the class first, and then we will do that at the end. Okay, I think now we are truly ready. Okay, so back to school wellness. Here we are. I think it's really funny that I'm starting this off. I think, I think I am the eldest of the group, and I don't currently have any littles at home. That being said, I have four adult children. So I have had children. I wasn't using the oils. Oh, by the way, my name is Sherry Hester. Hi, how are you? um, I have been with Young Living for about 12 years now. So even though that's a long time, my children are much older than that. So when they were little, I wasn't using the oils, and man, how I wish I was. Um, but we have so many wonderful resources here tonight for you guys who have little ones in school right now. And also, I think there may be some people here tonight that are like me that might not have young children at home, but who deal with young children, right? Like I have taught dance and drama and VBS at my church to little children all my life. So this is the kind of information that we can take with us no matter what our family looks like, right? We all interact with little kids. Um, so this back to school wellness, I think most of us who are teaching here tonight have probably taught this class before or at least attended one, but I think this is unique. I don't know that many of us have ever taught a back to school class in this environment at this time that we are in right now. So, because of this school year might look a little different than we are used to in the past. So, we want to come together tonight to give our kids all of the strength and the moral support and all the tools that they need during this time to stay vibrant and strong and healthy and to live above the wellness line. That is what we all want, right? So tonight we will be talking about Young Living essential oils and all of their products. And we know that there are dozens and dozens of products out there in the natural health industry. So what I want to just touch very lightly on what makes Young Living different, since that is what we're going to focus on tonight. The main thing that makes Young Living different is our seed to seal promise, which is a little in depth, and I'm going to explain to you what that means. Um, you won't find any other company that makes these promises to you. It is a guarantee, and it gives you and me and our littles peace of mind when we are using them. And you can expect that Young Living will provide you with only the absolute best. So what is Seed to Seal? So first off, the plant material is grown on corporately owned farms or carefully vetted partner farms that you can visit. And that's key. So if you're looking at other products, I want you to remember to ask the company that you are buying from if you can come visit their farms and see what they're doing and how they're growing their plants, because it's super important. Young Living is very transparent. You can go visit them anytime. You can even help to plant these seeds. We use sustainable farming and sourcing practices, which provides the absolute purest oil possible. Great care is given to preserve and protect the natural resources. I love this about Young Living because not only we are not just in it, Young Living is not just in it to make a profit and to sell oils to people. We also, of course, we want to share oils with everyone because we think that everyone can benefit from them. But we're also we're very conscientious about the land and protecting the land and protecting the environment and including and honoring who is around the culture that is surrounding the land, offering opportunities and being very conscious of where we grow things. So I love that. It's not just about let's find a plot of land and stick some seeds in it. It's about everything, the environment, the culture, and the people. The people. It's always about the people. Um, so all of our plants are hand weeded. I don't know anyone else who does that. Can you imagine the time and the energy and the resources needed? But that's how much care we take in our plants. And we do that because we use zero use of pesticides, zero. So everything is hand weeded and taken care of. All of the oils retain their natural constituents and their therapeutic properties. Nothing is added to it, nothing is taken away from it. It's just the oils, pure and simple. And they can do this because they use low pressure and low temperature distillation without the use of solvents and synthetic chemicals. I heard someone explain the difference between like slow crock pot and slow cooking, as opposed to flash frying, right? Like when you're slow cooking something in the pressure cooker or something, you are letting it sit and get all of the juices and everything is incorporated, and it takes time to do that. And what happens at the end? You get the most luscious and delicious taste and flavoring of everything that is in that pot, as opposed to flash frying, where it's quick and it's harsh and it probably kills some things along the way, right? So I love that. We're slow. We're slow, low temperature, low pressure. And we test. We test everything, rigorous testing on each batch by internal labs at least 8 times, which with through every process. And we also have third-party facilities that test. So we don't just rely upon Young Living. And the oils are carefully reviewed with every step of production in order to meet and exceed industry safety and purity standards. So, guess what, guys? We go beyond organic, right? You won't see organic written on any of our labels because we go beyond organic. And I will quote Tammy Long because I love the way she says it. When we think that labeling or things organic is cute. That's just cute because that's not us. We're like, isn't that adorable? No, we go beyond because, in order for something to be labeled organic, the land has to have been pure for 3 years with no pesticides. 3 years. 3 years. Young Living, 50. 50. That is beyond organic. Okay. So, and the best part is, guess what? If the oils or the products do not meet any of those standards, just one of those standards, they are rejected and they will not be bottled up by Young Living and they will not be sold. It's pretty incredible. Okay, let's get into using these oils with the kiddos. So before I turn this over to Shelby, I'm just going to talk about how to use oils with kids. So they're precious. They mean a lot to us. We want the best for them. So let's just discuss what that means. So according to some places, you will see a lot of different sources out there and a lot of different schools of thought. But some say that oils should not be used on children. Let me just tell you, do yourself a favor. Please do not Google this. Please do not just go online and start looking around. You're gonna scare yourself into not using them. You're gonna get so confused. So remember, all essential oils are not created equal. We just talked about what sets Young Living apart. So Young Living takes great care to ensure that you're getting the best of the best. Oils that are safe to use on and around your kids. We just have to take into account their smaller bodies and their learning immune systems. Okay, so here's a few safety tips. When in doubt, dilute. Dilute. There's no hard and fast rules, so don't freak out about all the dilutions. You know what ratios and everything, but you just want to start slow because their systems are more sensitive. Obviously, the tinier, the more sensitive. So, a good place to test out the oils on any child, or really any human for that matter, or animals probably, is on their feet, right? Your feet are hardy. They also have the most pores in them, so they have more access to your body. Um, so, for ages 0 to 1, it's suggested that maybe start off with 1 drop of essential oil and add 8 drops of carrier oil. So a carrier oil is any vegetable-based oil that you might find in your kitchen. I love Young Living's V6 oil, which is a combination of 6 different oils. You can use coconut oil, grapeseed oil, almond oil, any of those. For ages 2 to 6, try 1 drop of essential oil with about 3 drops of carrier. Again, you're going to play with it. It's all individual. And then ages 7 to 11, you can kind of equal it out, 1 drop of carrier and 1 drop of essential oil. For ages 12 and up, you just use your best judgment based on the oil and based on your child. Secondly, be cautious using hot oils topically on your body, okay? Examples of hot oils and blends are like cinnamon, clove, lemongrass, oregano, thyme, Exodus 2, and one of our favorites, which you will want to use on your child, is thieves, hot. So, and also for some people, peppermint can be a little bit hot to the touch. So you just need to be careful. Heavier dilution. You need to really dilute those because the skin is more sensitive. You might want to try them first again on the feet, as we said, or on the spine, and just test out a patch and see if any redness occurs. Dilute more carrier oil. Okay, now make sure to wash your hands after you've applied it on your child, because you don't want to then go like, oh no, little Susie's crying. Let me wipe that tear away. Oh my gosh, I just got peppermint in your eye. Oh no, no, you don't want to do that. But let me tell you something. If you do that, let me tell you what to do and what not to do. Do not flush with water. Water and oil don't mix. It will exacerbate it and it will really hurt. So, what you want to do is get some more of that carrier oil, a fatty oil. Get your coconut oil out, get your almond oil out, and then just put it wherever the redness or the pain is happening, and that will do it. And lastly, just start slow when you are diffusing. We were just talking about topical. You can diffuse around kids too. It's great. Just start with a few drops in your diffuser. Just really water it down and just see how they respond to the oils. So, and you can increase it as you see fit and as it works. If you're in a bigger room, obviously you can use more oil. If you're in a tiny room, you might want to use less oil. Don't let all these rules with essential oils overwhelm you. Just get the oils on and around the kids. That's the most important thing. The oils will do their job no matter what. You just want to be oiling up your kids. And you know what? Lastly, involve your kids in the process. It'll be fun. Like let them smell the oils and pick out their oils and pick out their favorites and even let them, create some recipes, which I think that Susie, I think, or someone tonight is going to talk about some recipes. Let them be in on that and make it fun. They will just love getting a chance to be part of that process and part of their own health journey. And you are teaching them such great habits. All right. So with that, I'm going to turn it over to Shelby, who's going to talk about some routines, I believe, that we can do. Shelby, it's yours.
Thank you, Sherry. Thank you. Thank you. And, it's funny. I think if you don't have a story about an oil in your eye, are you even an oiler? Accidentally touching your eye and putting your contacts in your eyeball. Yeah, we've done it all, right? So tonight, I'm Shelby. I'm Shelby Corwin. I'm from Oklahoma. I've been oiling for 6 years. I've got two oily babies. One was an oily pregnancy, and the other one is the reason I joined Young Living. So I am super excited to be talking about school because, like I mentioned earlier, and like Sherry was saying, now is the time, right? School's about to start back up. Or even if you're homeschooling, you can take some tips from this. I'm going to be talking about routines. Okay, so a routine influences your quality of rest, your sleep schedule, bedtime habits, which affects your mental sharpness, your performance, and your well-being. Okay, routines are so important. It also gives a sense of accomplishment, right? It's almost like a task or a to-do list in your head that once you do this routine, all is well, right? It tells children what is expected of them. They know what's expected of them. They can do it on their own. Yay, I did it. It gives them a sense of comfort and security. They go throughout the day crazy, especially with school. Some like go to different classes, just all this craziness, and they have that comfort and that stability, and that routine gives them grounding in a world full of chaos. So it's really important to have a routine. So let's talk about a morning routine. A morning routine is important. You wake up, make sure your oils are visible. That is the number one tip for you. If you don't see it, you won't use it. Okay. If you do not use it, they will not work. Okay. It doesn't work by osmosis. I've tried, and it doesn't work. Okay. You got to put the oils on. You got to use it. Well, what's the easiest way? And it is being able to see it, right? You see it, you use it, you create these habits. And everybody just gets on board with it. Okay. So oils, make sure your oils and supplements are visible. What you could do, one thing is maybe put your oils for older kids, maybe buy their toothbrush or their toothpaste. So when they brush their teeth, they just know, go ahead and put your oils on. If they have an oil bracelet, like Zoe has a little oil bracelet, she puts her oils on her bracelet. They have fidget spinners now. If you want to, you can make a roller. Easy, guys, easy button. It does not have to be hard. It does not have to take hours. It does not have to take planning. If you have it set up in a system for a routine, it literally becomes a part of your day. You just do it, right? You just do it and you use it, and all is well. So make a roller or use rollers. Okay, so some of the kid scent oils, actually, I think all of them all come in rollers. The Thieves is a roller. If you don't have one that's already a roller, you can put a roller top on it on an actual oil bottle, or make a roller that's pre-diluted. I'm going to give you a couple of oils if you want to write these down that are good for a morning routine or back to school, to use during the day or on their bracelets or fidget spinners. Clarity oil. Okay, it's right in the name. Clarity oil. It will help them. Genius oil, and it comes in a roller. It also comes regular, which you can make your own. We use that all last year. And with these oils, it actually stimulates a memory response. Okay, so you're creating a memory response of, they smell it and they just know. They smell it and it's like, all right, it's time to focus. All right, it's time for school. Okay, let's go. And so Genius is for grounding. There's Brain Power. Lene said when she sent her son to kindergarten, she put brain power on him. Okay. Vetiver helps with focus. Lemon is very uplifting and bright. So if they wake up on the wrong side of the bed, you could do uplifting oil. So lemon is a good one. Peppermint, wake up, smell the coffee, smell the peppermint. Lavender. So lavender, people always think like, oh, it's so calming. But honestly, when you are, let's go, out the door, new school year, a test day, you're nervous. Lavender would be really good. Valor is so good. The kids version would be Kid Power, which I'm obsessed with. If you have not smelled Kid Power, I want you to put it on your subscribe to save right now. It is like a dreamsicle. It is nuts. It's very uplifting, courage in a bottle, confidence, just like Valor. So Valor and Kid Power are kind of similar in that way. Stress away, get the stress away. And those are some oils that you could use. In the morning, you want some Ningxia Red, right? Breakfast is the most important part of the day, right? Send them out the door being full and ready to go. So Ningxia Red, like I said, putting a little shot glass or a little packet, having it on the counter the night before. Next to it, you'll have like your supplements. So if they're taking a vitamin, the Mighty Bites are amazing. It's a chewable from Young Living. So you'd have on the counter, you'd have your little shot glass so you know to take it. You'd have your box of, or your container of vitamins. And then next to it, you would also have your Mighty Zyme for gut health. We are sending these children back to school. They have been eating home cooked meals. They have been eating good things. Yes, Tammy has them both. Yep, just like that. And they last forever. And they taste really good. I know because I've tried them. Right. And so you'll have your Mighty Bites, your vitamins, your Mighty Zyme, your digestive, your health. Yes, for your gut health. That's what I was going with that. Gut health. So one thing I noticed when Zoe was going to public school, so she was in public school, then we took her out for a year, she's going back. When she would come home, her belly would be hard as a rock. You don't know what they're eating at school. It's not real, or, I mean, they do their best, whatever. So you can be prepared. You can do your part at home by giving them in the morning a Mighty Zyme for gut health. Okay, so there's having it out. So you see it, you have your Ningxia Red, however you want to have it. You have your vitamins and you have your Mighty Zyme. Okay, and out the door they go. That is the morning routine. Okay, so nighttime routine. Well, before I go into nighttime routine, I just want to real quick say, whenever you go and pick up your kids from school, so they've just had this day at school, they're probably high energy, they're so excited to see you. I just want you to, first of all, give them a hug, smile at them. I mean, I feel like I'm guilty of this too. We pick them up and it was like, what card did you pull? Did you get in trouble today? Do you have any homework? You guys, like, we need more love. Like, I missed you. I love you. Maybe even put some peace and calming on yourself and then give them a hug. Let them kind of come down from that energy after school. So nighttime routine. Sleep improves attention, learning, memory, and mental and physical health. Okay. So not enough sleep can lead to high blood pressure, obesity, and depression. Sleep is so important. So important. And let's see here, ages 6 to 12, they should actually have 9 to 12 hours of sleep. Ages 13 to 18, I think I'm gonna sneeze. Nope. Okay, 13 to 18, they need 8 to 10 hours of sleep. Okay, so I'm going to give you some tips on a nighttime routine. Okay, so start at the same time every single night. Pick a time, be consistent, make this a routine. So my kids know 8:30, and it's so funny because we started last week to kind of get them in the rhythm. So Zoe would be like, "What time is it? What time is it? Is it 8:30 yet?" And I'm like, "You have 30 minutes. You better, do what you want to do. We got 30. What time is it?" She was like so obsessed with it, but they knew. Right. So 8:30 was bedtime for us, make it the same time. And then whatever you want to do, this is for you to make your routine, to make it easy for your life. It's customizable. These are not rules. This is not a box. Whatever you feel works for your family. So we have a diffuser in each of the kids' rooms. So it's 8:30. We go in, we fill up their diffuser. I just have several oils they choose from. Sometimes I roll on like vetiver or rutavala, and I'll list some more here in a minute. But fill up your diffuser if you're going to take your shower, or maybe your bath. A night bath is really good. Tammy had mentioned she loves to give Reese, like, sometimes they'll do like a stress away bath bomb, maybe some Epsom salts. Usually you take your shower, you use your Young Living body wash. It's really relaxing, and you can add different oils to that, like a lavender one. You can make a nighttime body wash if you wanted to. Some other tips is no electronics an hour before bed. There's studies that say electronics, that blue light, actually stimulates the brain and makes it awake. So set an alarm on your phone, right? Easy button. Beep, beep, beep. That's it, right? I mean, no more electronics. It's an hour before bed. And then they know they have an hour. They can go read a book. They can go take their shower. You can start your routine an hour before bed. No electronics an hour before bed. Limit caffeine. Okay. Some products that we like to use are the Unwind, Easy Button, little sachets, Easy Button, little sachet Unwind. It's a magnesium, promotes a calm state. Mighty Pro. So here goes with the gut health. I had it right here and I don't know where it's at, but it's also in a sachet and it's also for gut health. It's a prebiotic and a probiotic. So we adults take our Life9 at nighttime, right? I mean, that's when it needs to work and go in the gut. Same thing with the kids. So it's a probiotic and a prebiotic. It's super good, super delicious. So Mighty Pro would be at nighttime. And then some oils to use. Rutavala is a favorite in our household. Comes in a little roll-on. And I think they have the root oil now. I think that's similar, but we use Rutavala. Tranquil roll-on, Sleepy Eyes. Once again, any of the kids' oils. They're already pre-diluted. So like Sherry was talking about, kids' oils, pre-diluted. Easy Button. Make a roll-on. We're going to give you some recipes. Easy Button. It does not have to be hard. It does not have to be hard. Use the oils any way that you would like. The Calm oil. So the seedlings blend. Anything from the seedlings is amazing. The seedlings oil, the seedlings linen spray. Make you a linen spray. Oh, now your bed's all nice and lavendery. And then you crawl in these sheets that smell like that, right? Speaking of kids, here they come. So if they pop on. Anything from the seedlings. And then Peace and Calming and lavender are also some good oils. So that is some tips that I have gathered for you, and Tammy is going to share some things too.
Thank you, Shelby. As Shelby said, my name is Tammy Long. I live in northern Wisconsin. I have one child, and his name is Reese, and he's 10. He has a lot of energy. And one of the reasons I started using oils was because he was not sleeping. So that kind of exacerbated everything else that was going on in the house. And within the first couple of nights, I found some stuff to put in his diffuser, and like I massaged some stuff into his feet, and it was phenomenal. It was like it took 3 nights for me to figure out something that helped him sleep. So I was a believer within my first week. I'm going to talk to you about keeping your home, the environment in your home safe and clean. And I'm also going to talk about some of the other KidSense products that we have. So your house is supposed to be like your safe zone. Your house is the place that you have the most control over. You have the control of what you let in your house, the products. So don't be fooled by labels that say that they're all natural or that they're green. There really is no regulation on those words. People can slap whatever they want on a label, and they can hide a lot of dangerous things behind the word fragrance. It's a trade secret, and they don't have to tell you what they're putting in their fragrance. They can use all kinds of nasty stuff. When I think back to before Young Living, all of the different cleaners that I had like a counter cleaner, I had a glass cleaner, I had a stove cleaner, I had like the stainless steel cleaner, I had I probably had 17 different cleaners, no exaggeration. And I cringe at the toxins I was releasing. I would like run into my bathroom, oftentimes like this, to like clean everything up and then run out of there. And I don't have a window in my bathroom, so I'd turn the fan on to try and get that chemical smell out of my bathroom. And I that's how I grew up. I just thought that it had to be toxic and burny to clean your bathroom. And then I found Thieves Household Cleaner. I now clean just about everything in my house with Thieves Household Cleaner. This even goes in my carpet shampooer. It's like 1.5 gallons of water and 2 caps full of Thieves. Cleans my carpet. You can clean your oven with this. You can clean your grill with it. You can clean your boat, the fish house, like every surface. And there's no dangerous chemicals in here. Everything is a chemical. Everything as molecules. There are no dangerous chemicals in here. There is no fragrance. There is nothing synthetic in here. This is tough enough to clean, kills 99.9% of germs, just like that other stinky stuff on the market, but there's nothing harsh in here and there's nothing artificial. So another, and I don't think I didn't bring it up here, but Thieves Household Cleaner has been a lifesaver for me. I have a son who will tell you he can't even walk down, he calls it the Tide aisle. So the aisle with all of the fabric softeners and all of the laundry detergents and stuff like that. He gets migraines, and one of his triggers is all of those synthetic fragrances that are in fabric softeners and laundry soap. I have seen the kid go from happy to migraine like this, and I have to get him out of the store before he throws up, because that's what happens when he gets a migraine. And then you have to shut the lights off and he takes a nap and he's okay. But I try to get, we just don't even go down that aisle. So I used to have to make my laundry soap, and I had, so like grinding up soap and everything, and I still can, but I am grateful that I have Thieves Household Cleaner. You get, it's 32 ounces, so you get at least 64 loads. I use about 2 tablespoons per load, unless it's a real stinky load, then I'll maybe use a little bit more. I know people that will split that into 3 like big pump containers, and so you can get like three times as much just by adding water to it, because it is that concentrated. Everything we sell is highly, highly concentrated. So think about, I know Shelby brought up masks. I think we may see a resurgence in masks. My school board is talking about it now. So whatever you wash the masks in, if you send your kids to public school and they have to wear that mask, that is going to sit on their face all day long. And I don't know about you, but I don't want my son sitting in a bunch of synthetic fragrances and having to breathe that in that close to his mouth all day. So things to watch for. A lot of the common household products that I used to use and that are still out on the market cause things like eye and chest irritation, throat irritation, headaches, respiratory problems. Sometimes they trigger allergic reactions, asthma. You want to watch for, and I'm gonna stumble through these words the best I can. My key is, if you can't pronounce it, you probably shouldn't be cleaning with it. But so formaldehyde, parabens, phthalates, I don't even know, ethanolamines, triclosans, and anything that is masked behind the term fragrance. What I want you to do when we are done tonight, or maybe sometime tomorrow, pull out whatever you're using to clean and take a look at that list of ingredients. And if you don't know what that is, I want you to head over and do a Google search and just say the dangers of parabens, the dangers of one of those words that I could not pronounce. And then ask yourself if that's something you want to be cleaning your house with, if that's something that you want to be using around your kids or your pets. Or another thing that we use daily is our Thieves Foaming Hand Soap. So especially right now with everything that's going on, anytime we come back from being out in the world, we wash with Thieves Foaming Hand Soap. It has denatured alcohol. Our alcohol is derived from the peppermint essential oil, so it is different than the alcohol that you're going to find in store-bought soap. Kills all the germs in the proper concentration recommended by the CDC, but ours is healthier. It's derived from the peppermint essential oil, and it smells amazing. We have that Thieves Foaming Hand Soap by every sink in my house, and it comes in a nice big refill where you can get like 8 bottles of soap out of it. I send that to school with Reese, and he's like the soap monitor, because if you fill it up about halfway and then put water in it, you can actually get twice as much, again, because everything's concentrated. So my teachers, I'm fortunate that my teachers offer the soap that school provides, and they offer Thieves soap, because it's like half of the kids in that class, they're oily families anyway. So then they let the kids choose. If you're familiar with this one, they can use this one. And if they want to use the one that the school provides, they can do that. So I'm very grateful that I have open-minded teachers that allow that. Some of our other, some of the baby and kid products that are out there that tell you they're safe, I know we have healthy alternatives. So you can either become like an expert label reader. I don't have time for that. I found a company that I trust. So I just pulled these out of the out of the bathtub down there, so they're probably a little used. But we have shampoo, we have bath gel, we have toothpaste, if you take a look at the toothpaste that your kids are using, we have vitamin C. This is in a chewable form. My 10-year-old will not swallow a pill, so I am grateful that we have a chewable option for him. And like Shelby said, our Mighty Vites and our Mighty Zyme, so his daily vitamin and his digestive enzyme are chewable, and they taste wonderful. They taste a lot like Ningxia Red because they're made with wolfberries. And then we also, Reese thinks these taste, he says they taste kind of spicy. So what he does with these is we put it in like 2 or 3 ounces of water. I have a little water bottle for him because I don't want him to have too much water before bed because he's 10, but I don't want him up all night. But so he has to do this, and he has to do his Life 9, or not his Life 9, his Mighty Zyme. And he likes to do that with, no, what is it called? The one that Shelby couldn't find. But he
The probiotic one.
yeah,
Mighty Pro.
Mighty Pro. So both of those, he has to take them with water just because he doesn't care for the flavor. But when he dilutes them with water, he can drink them and then he's fine. So all of these KidSense oils that Shelby talked about, I have them all here because I got them for free last month with my purchases. All of these are pre-diluted, and you can just use these. I believe 2 and older is what these are recommended for. So if you have a kiddo who is under 2 and you want to use one of these, it's just recommended that you dilute it a little bit more. But these are ready to go. You can pop a roller on the top of these, like Shelby told you. Or if you have a real little one, I have seen Gentle Baby, when you have a baby who is crying and you don't know why, I've seen mamas just open this up and even get it, within 6 to 8 inches of the baby's face. And I've watched it happen. I did not have oils when my guy was little, and I really wish I would have, because there were nights that I just did not know what was wrong with him. And if I could have had him sniff a little oil and calm him down, that would have been fabulous. So if you have a child who has gluten sensitivity, check out our seedlings line, because there is no wheat in any of our seedlings products. And so that would be an alternative if you have a kiddo who has issues with gluten. Another product that we use, especially this time of year going back to school, I will be sending these like in every bag Reese has. This is our waterless hand purifier. It's actually got an upgrade to hand sanitizer. I'm so used to calling it what it was. This also has the denatured alcohol at 65%. That's the CDC recommended amount. And there's nothing, this has like an aloe vera base with essential oils and vitamin E, and it's phenomenal. Your hands don't get sticky. It doesn't dry your hands out. So this will go in like all of Reese's bags. It'll go in his pencil thing so that he always has it available at school. You will not find any mineral oil, any synthetic fragrance, any artificial coloring, any toxic ingredients in any of our products. So like I said, if you want to do, by all means, go out and research our ingredients. I don't have time to do that. And like I said, if it's a big word that I can't pronounce, I just don't use it anyway. But I found a company that I trust, and I trust that they are putting amazing things in my products just because I know the company. One last thing that I want to mention about keeping your home safe, and this is kind of a hot button topic at times, but anything, your plugins, your room sprays, your candles, those things make the inside of your home more toxic than just about anything else. So you have control over the air quality in your home. And by just eliminating, if you're going to do anything, take a look at what you're using for those 3 things, and then move on to your dish soap, your deodorant, and your dryer sheets. If you're still using dryer sheets, you need to do some research on those. You can clean up a lot of your home just by getting rid of those things. So I think Shelby mentioned the Thieves Roll-On, some of the things that we do for daily wellness. Just like you would not expect to reach your ideal weight by eating 1 piece of broccoli, you would not expect to have your perfect body by having 1 trip to the gym and 1 workout. Essential oils and our supplements work the same way. You can't use a drop of oil one time. You can't pop 1 chewable vitamin C and expect it to have any kind of an impact. So incorporate them into your daily routine. And my suggestion is, if you are not doing anything right now, start with one thing. Maybe start with two. Put Thieves on your feet and pick one supplement. So if it's like a daily vitamin and Thieves, that would be a great place to start. Or Thieves on your feet and Ningxia Red. If those are the only two things that you do for a while, that's all my son would do. So that is what I chose to do for him, is Ningxia Red every morning, Thieves on his feet in the morning and at night. And we have way, way fewer sick days than he used to before we started using stuff. So, I think I already talked about most of this stuff. Some other oils that are good to have on hand. I basically stick to that Thieves roller. I used to make an immunity roller, which was Thieves, lavender, lemon, peppermint, and frankincense, I think. And just some of those powerhouses. Well, hey there. Exodus 2, this is Reese. So Exodus 2 is a great inexpensive oil to add to a wellness roller if you're going to like put it on your feet or your spine. Frankincense is great. Imu Power, oregano is a powerhouse, but it has a very strong aroma. So that is one I recommend on the feet. And I do that with an immunity roller. I don't ever do that one by itself because it's very strong and it needs to be, diluted a lot. But you can add any of those. We have a lot of those in the Vitality line too. So you could do it in a capsule if you have a kiddo old enough to take a capsule. But I think that's it for me. So I will pass it on to, is it Lene?
Hey, hello. My name's Lene. I've been oiling since, for 7.5 years. My youngest, Michaela, started using oils when she was 6 months old. So, and then my son was 2. And I got started because they needed to sleep and I needed to sleep. And holy cow, peace and calming. Game changer for my kids. So, I diluted that up real well, put it on their feet, and they slept so beautifully that night. I was like, oh my word, this is amazing. So, you know what? No matter what we do all the right things. We eat well, we get the right sleep, we take our supplements, we use our oils. You know what? That doesn't mean that we're 100% going to never get sick or fall below the wellness line, as we like to say. There's that line where you're up here, you're above, you're doing really well. When you start to dip down, something's coming on. When that happens, we need to kind of ramp things up, so to speak. So there are a few things that we can do to help give our bodies even more of a boost than we were by doing our daily routines, day and nighttime routines. So once the body has come into contact with a disease-causing germ for the first time, it kind of stores that information about the germ and knows how to fight it. And then if it comes into contact with that germ again, it recognizes it quicker and it's like, oh, I know what to do, boom, and it gets taken care of faster. So that's why it's so vital that we continually support our immune systems, give them the strength that they need to fight off the bad guys, kind of boost our soldiers, so to speak. So one of the great things to do when you start feeling like you're going below that wellness line is to take a detox bath. Our skin is the largest organ in our body, and whatever touches our skin gets into our bloodstream. So that means that we can put things in a bath and sit in that bath for like 20 to 30 minutes and allow those oils and ingredients to draw things out of the body, kind of like osmosis. So something really great to use is Himalayan pink salt, because it removes toxins from the body, like I said, like osmosis. It also contains really high levels of minerals like magnesium, calcium, copper, iodine, iron, manganese, phosphorus, potassium. It and selenium, sodium, and zinc, just to name a few. Activated charcoal is another really good one, and that is also really detoxifying, and it helps deodorize, purify, and it's antibacterial, so that's a good thing too. And then you add in a few essential oils, and you have a really good mixture. So just a quick recipe, if you want to write this down, would be a half a cup of pink Himalayan salt, a half a cup of activated charcoal, and I'm sure you can get that at any health food store or online, 3 drops of lavender, and 2 drops of frankincense. Mix that all up in a jar, and then use about 3 tablespoons to maybe a quarter cup in a hot bath. And then soak for 20 to 30 minutes. Oh my word, that sounds so relaxing. And yes, Shelby mentioned that the mineral essence, and that's one of the things I'm going to talk about. Mineral essence has a very interesting flavor, and that's how I'm going to put it. It's interesting, but minerals themselves, they don't taste that great. So just think of it that way. So there are ways for your bodies to still get the benefit of that. Our body needs minerals, and because of our diet not being, our food supply, I should say, is not what it once was years ago. And so there's not as many minerals in our food supply. So our body, we need to supplement. And mineral essence is a great way to do it. If you can't tolerate the taste of mineral essence, then put it in with your bath salts and soak in that, and you will still get the benefits because it soaks into your body. So after your kids have taken that bath, it's important to then oil up and use your supplements. So here's a few good ones to have on hand. ImmuPro, it's a chewable. It provides zinc, selenium, to support proper immune function, along with other chelated minerals that deliver, and it also delivers melatonin to the body. Because in order for our bodies to recover and recoup and start that healing process, we need good rest. And sometimes it's hard to sleep when you're not feeling well. So ImmuPro is a must-have, and it kind of helps your body get back into that natural rhythm. Inner Defense. It is a supplement that reinforces our systemic defenses. It boosts our soldiers in the field, so to speak. It creates an unfriendly terrain for yeast, fungus, promotes healthy respiratory function, contains powerful essential oils like oregano, thyme, and thieves, which are rich in thymol, carvacrol, and eugenol, which are really important for immune support. And then I mentioned Mineral Essence. It's a balanced full spectrum ionic mineral complex that's enhanced with essential oils, because essential oils are a living thing and our bodies recognize that. So when there are oils in the supplements, which most of our supplements have oils in them, I think 98% of them anyway, our body takes that up more readily. It's called bioavailability. It seeps into our body more than when there aren't oils. So, like I said, you can take it in a drink or put it in like veggie capsules, and take it that way. There's also Thieves Chest Rub that came out last year. It's in this cool little applicator. You don't even have to touch the stuff. You just roll it on your chest. It kind of helps with the sniffles, coughs, and congestion. Has a powerful blend of essential oils, and it's natural, plant-based, and it's safe for kids 2 and up. So that's a bonus. There's the Breathe Again Roll-On. Supports the feelings of normal, clear breathing, creates cooling, soothing sensation. Again, you can just rub that on the chest to help with those breaths. Sniffles, that's in the Kids Sense line. It can be diffused or applied directly to chests or throats, and it promotes feelings of health, assists in releasing those feelings of discomfort, as well as inspires calm breathing. Tummy jives was mentioned earlier, and sometimes part of that falling below the wellness line means our tummies are upset. Tummy Jies is a great one. My daughter, when she gets really excited about something, sometimes she eats too fast and she's like, oh, my tummy hurts. She knows, she goes and grabs the oil. I don't even have to suggest it. She just does it herself. So my children are empowered to take care of their own bodies. They listen to their bodies. So that's really neat. And yes, adults, you can use it too because it does have a more pleasant aroma than DiGize. Which DiGize Vitality, you can put that under your tongue or in milk or something like that, but most likely in a veggie capsule. I have never appreciated the flavor of DiGize Vitality, and so I just rub it on my belly and I get the relief that way. There's Thieves Vitality, so you could put a drop of Thieves in some honey and in some warm water and mix that together and your kids could drink that. And that cleanses the digestive system and also has some antioxidant properties. Copaiba Vitality is just an overall general wellness oil. Typically, there's just a lot of, when you're not feeling well, there's a lot of inflammation, and Copaiba Vitality just helps bring that back into balance. Lemon Vitality. It's in our Thieves. It has a lot of amazing immune supporting properties, also antioxidant properties, and it provides really good circulatory support and cleansing. And another thing I wanted to add was sometimes when you're not feeling well, you're not eating as well. So take more Ningxia. It's never a bad thing to drink more Ningxia than my kids take an ounce every morning. That's part of their morning routine. And if they're not feeling well, I will give them more because I know it will just support their bodies very well. So as we get back to school, emotions are huge. Kids might be scared, fearful of something, anxious, excited. Maybe they're afraid to jump into a new routine, new teachers, new friends, especially if they're going from elementary school to middle school or middle school to high school. There's a lot of emotions that are just huge. My son has huge emotions. He's really whoa or boom. He gets super upset super quickly. Oils to support him are orange and lemon. Those are big ones for him because orange is just, everybody likes the smell of orange that I know anyway. And it's just one of those, okay, it just kind of resets things a little bit. So that's a big player in our house. I'll just go and grab it when he starts getting ready to explode with big emotions. So, and some children have trouble channeling that energy into being healthy and productive. And so parents struggle. What do? We're sending them into something unknown. How will they react? How will they feel? How will they handle these new experiences? So our children need support in this area, and so do we as parents or grandparents or caregivers. So load up on your oily supplies. Some good ones that have already been mentioned are Kid Power. That's that courage in a bottle. Some kids might be fearful. Go ahead, roll that on in the morning and give that roller to them and put it in their pocket, or make a little inhaler. If they can't have liquids in school or something, then make a little nasal inhaler. And I don't have one with me, but you could just soak one of those little cotton pads and then put it in a nasal inhaler so they can open that and just sniff it that way. And that's a great safe way for them to take oils to school. And then, because heaven forbid, we don't want them to lose the roller bottle of Kid Power. Valor is another good one. Peace and calming. If they're going into a stressful situation, they need to be able to relax. White Angelica. This is one of my favorite oils when you're going into a situation that you're not really sure about. It helps create a positive atmosphere. It inspires feelings of security and optimism, and it kind of helps keep the negative Nancy's away. So that White Angelica is a really good one. Stress Away has been mentioned. That's also a good one. I had, when my kids were going to public school, I got them slap bracelets that had a little cotton pad in the center, and I would put oils on that, and that way they could just do this throughout the day. So that's another really good option. You can get those bracelets on Amazon or just about any website. And then believe is another really good one, because kids need to know that they have the power within them. They need to be able to believe in themselves and their ability to do good work. They can get really discouraged when their friends are getting done with a subject sooner than they are, or they have to ask the teacher a whole bunch of questions. So put believe on them, say an affirmation for them before they go to school to set them up for success. You can diffuse those. You can use them topically. You could even add some to diffuser jewelry or masks, because a lot of kids are gonna, I know our district that we're in just came up with a mask mandate for going back to school. So put, you can make a mask spray, or put, just drop some oils so that they're breathing something pleasant in, instead of a mask that just collects who knows what. So, and like Shelby said earlier, open the bottles, let them choose the oils that will help them. A good one to help with emotions, there's a roller that you can make that's fairly easy. And you just put this in a 10 ml roller bottle. So you might want to write this down. It's called Liquid Calm. 10 drops of lavender, 3 drops of valor, 3 drops of stress away, 2 drops of patchouli, and 2 drops of vetiver. So you add all those oils in, and then top with the carrier oil of your choice, and you'll have a nice calming roller. And you can get even the smaller roller bottles if you want to make a big one, and then put some of that into a smaller, like 1 or 2 ml roller bottle, to send that with your kids. That way they're not going to school with like a big bottle and then something happens to it. So that you can do that too. And then something that came out recently is aroma rings. So it's just this little clear, tiny little ring that you can clip, like you just put right into in between the nose, or you could clip it on your ear as well. But if kids, especially, this is going to work really well if they have to wear masks going back to school or wherever they are. They can put the aroma ring. There's one has Aroma Ease, which is a very calming oil. It kind of helps with maybe if when you start to get a little anxious and your stomach feels a little funny. In those moments, this would be a good one for that, because there's a little spearmint in it to help with tummy issues. And then the other aroma ring is lavender. So if kids feel anxious wearing a mask, this might be, it's like you don't even feel having it in, and then the mask covers it so nobody sees it anyway. And that way the kids are getting that nice calming, that calming sensation all throughout the day. And then the last one I want to leave you with is Nature's Calm CBD roll-on. So Nature's Ultra with Young Living, it has 0 THC, so don't worry, they're not going to get any psychoactive effects. And then it has the added oils of like eucalyptus, frankincense, lavender, orange, vetiver, and ylang ylang. And that's just a really good one to roll on the back of the neck, just to kind of help them calm down. And then the CBD is an added benefit to that as well. So that's what I have. And then I'm going to, and there's so many more options of things that you can do to support the emotions and to help keep, when you start feeling below the wellness line. There's a lot of information out there. So reach out to one of us if you need more suggestions. We'd be happy to help you. And I'm going to pass it back to Sherry.
Susan.
Yes, I'm going to go. Actually, I'm going to step in front of Sherry.
Sorry, Susie.
That's okay. I am Susie, and my kiddo is 22 years old, going on 23. So he was 17 when I started oiling, but I got him at like the very end. So I got him hooked on a couple of things that he absolutely cannot live without. So when he goes out, same thing. Thieves spray, Thieves hand sanitizer, aroma rings, and he knows when to put that diffuser on. He's not quite the oiler that his mom is, but he is an oiler. And what I'm going to do right now is give you some great recipes that you can use for the kiddos when they come home from school, or some rollers that maybe you want to put together to help the kids with focus and stuff. And incidentally, these work for adults just as well. So if there are some of these that are enticing to you, there's nothing that says that you cannot fill that diffuser up and use it for yourself too. So we know that diffusing just purifies our homes, but also leaves us with the therapeutic benefits of those oils that we're putting in them, right? So this is why we want to get our diffusers going as soon as those kids come home. One recipe that I'll give you is called a homework helper. This is for your diffuser. You're going to do 3 drops of lemon and 2 drops of clarity and 2 drops of peppermint. That would be a great one to help focus and get them energized to be able to do their homework. Next, we have a Happy Kids diffuser recipe. That one has 3 drops of geranium and 2 drops of bergamot and 2 drops of lavender. Next, we have Body Boost. So think immune support. 3 drops of Thieves and 3 drops of Citrus Fresh. Then we're going to do Keep It Together for those kids that are like, holy smokes, I don't know if I can do this anymore. That diffuser blend is going to be 3 drops of Peace and Calming and 4 drops of orange. And then Be Brave. This might be a good one to put in the diffuser before the kids go to school on those big test days, right? On those SAT test days or those school testing days. This one is 3 drops of Stress Away, 2 drops of Valor, and 2 drops of Idaho Grand Fir. These recipes can easily be turned into sprays. So what you would do is just take those recipes, put those oils into a 2-ounce spray bottle, along with a splash of witch hazel, and add distilled water. Like probably just literally a splash of the witch hazel and then the distilled water. And then you can let the kids spray that wherever. They can put it on their backpacks, they can put it on their stuffed animals, or whatever it is that they're wearing, even like spraying it in their hair, wherever they need to be able to enjoy those. Next, we're going to talk real briefly about rollers. There are some rollers that are very convenient and helpful. Like Lene was saying, the inhalers are a really great option if you don't want to give them the whole roller. They also have very mini rollers at 2 milliliters, and they have 5 milliliters. So really the sizes are going to be key for you and what you think your kids are going to be able to keep track of. But during the school year, we can do it to an empty 10 ml bottle. I'm going to give you some more recipes. You can buy the bottles from wherever. Amazon, I think Abundant Health still has them. And then the carrier oil, I love using the Young Living's V6 blend in my carrier oils, but you can definitely use like grapeseed or olive oil, something like that, fractionated coconut oil. And then you can label these with washi tape and make them really fun for your kids. This can actually turn into a craft project for you and your kids on the weekend as well. So the first roller bottle recipe that I'm going to give you is called Breathe Easy. That one has 2 drops of lemon, 2 drops of lavender, 2 drops of peppermint, and 2 drops of copaiba. So you'll add all those to the roller bottle and then fill it with your carrier oil. Next is Happy Tummy. 3 drops of Digize, 2 drops of peppermint in that one with your carrier oil. You can swap out Digize with Aroma Ease, maybe Tummy Jize as well if you would rather. Rest Easy, let's do 3 drops of lavender, 2 drops of Roman chamomile, and 1 drop of cedarwood. And then there's one called Just Chill, 4 drops of peace and calming and 4 drops of stress away. Of course, just drop those drops if you're going to drop or half the roller bottle size that you're using. We can do a focus blend with 5 drops of lavender and 5 drops of cedarwood and 5 drops of vetiver. And then a Be Well roller bottle with 5 drops of thieves, 3 drops of frankincense, and 3 drops of lemon. Also, I'm gonna let you know, I'm on board with Lene, Ningxia Red. There's a lot of things you can do with Ningxia Red. You can do gummies with Ningxia Red. You can do popsicles. There are red shots. There's smoothies that you can do. There's all kinds of recipes for them. If your children are, they always say that if you don't feel the effects of Ningxia Red, it's because you're not drinking enough of it. So if something is happening, go ahead and maybe make those gummies or make those popsicles or throw just the packet even in the freezer and make it a fun treat for them when they come home, that they can have that. There's also capsules that you can make. You guys, Young Living just really has, it's a one-stop shop for whatever you need and however much time you want to put into it. So that's a few of the things that I have. I also have some recipes that I will post on our Unstoppables page so that you have those recipes, and that way you'll have whatever you need. And now I will pass it over to Sherry, who is going to send us off.
Okay, hi. That was a lot of information, but it was so good. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So one, is there anyone here who is not currently a Young Living member? I don't know all of you. Um, I'm feeling like most of you already are. Um, or customers, right? You guys. Okay. So I'm just going to fly through this. You already know this probably, but since we have a new website, I'm just going to put it out there to refresh all of our memories so that we can share with other people that there really are 3 ways that you can get our oils these days, right? So there's good, better, best. The good way is to place an order of 100 PV or more, because that automatically qualifies you for our 24% discount for 1 year. And you also get free shipping. Then there's better. Better is 50 PV or more, but putting your order on subscribe to save. That unlocks your 24% discount. We just always want people to get the 24% discount, right? And, and that lasts for the duration of the subscription. So as long as you have a subscription going on, you will receive that discount. And then you can also get 10 to 25% of loyalty rewards back as long as you are ordering 50 PV or more on Subscribe to Save. Then the best is to order 100 PV on Subscribe to Save, because not only do you get all the loyalty points and the freebies and the products, but you also get in free shipping. So that was just a little rehashing of things that you probably already know, but just wanted to go over that. Okay. We want to give you guys a chance. Does anyone have any questions before we close out? It's a lot of stuff. Oh, we'd be happy to share with you how to get to the Unstoppables page, Charisse. We will, let's see. Shelby, can you work on posting that link in the chat? I think that you can find it if you just search for it in Facebook, because it is a public page. But just put YL Unstoppables, and hopefully we can get that in the chat before you leave. But yes, please follow us, like us, and come to all our classes and tell your friends. Any other questions? Oh, thank you. Lene is on it. Thank you so much, Lene. Do you see that, Charisse? There you go. Thank you. And I just wanted to put a plug in for the rest of our month, because it's just begun and we are very excited about our month. And August has 5 Tuesdays. So if you haven't caught on, the YL Unstoppables love to do classes on Tuesday evenings. That's kind of our jam. We're sticking to it for right now. Same time, same place. This is the same, Zoom link that you'll go to, and it's 5:30 Pacific Central, 7:30 Central, 8:30 Eastern Standard Time every single Tuesday. So just put it in your calendar to show up at that time. But just so you know, next week is going to be back to school for teachers. So if you have anyone who is a teacher, or if you yourself are in education, this is a great one to help prepare the teachers to get back into the spirit, the school spirit, and that time. Then on August 17th, the third Tuesday, we are going to be doing Mindset, which we're doing a Mindset Matters class every month, because that is what we fully embrace. We are very passionate, all 5 of us. That is kind of the main thing that we do is mindset. So we're going to include that every single month, and it's always the third Tuesday of the month. And then the fourth Tuesday of the month is going to be what's new. And that's just going to be for, any questions regarding the website, any new oils, anything new that has happened in Young Living in this past month, we will deal with at that class. And then lastly, we are going to be doing what are we doing, girls? I didn't write it down. Oh, yes. Oh, one of my favorites, functional health. And that's really taking more of an approach of a proactive approach to your health rather than a reactive approach. So we look forward to doing that, and I hope that you all will join us. Anything else to say, my unstoppable friends or our wonderful attendees?
Oil on, people, oil on.
We are currently running through Gary's Great Day Protocol.
Yes, thank you.
Every day in August at 6 a.m. you will get a new post with just like a sample of what you can go through that protocol. If you have not joined us yet for that, look for day 1, because there's a description of what that Great Day Protocol is. Wonderful. We have somebody that just started that a week ago. So you know what? Tune into our page every day. Like I said, it posts at 6 a.m. We wanted to get it in there right away so that you could get in there and do it first thing in the morning and get those oils on, set your intentions for the day. And every day is a great day to have a great day.
I think that's a perfect way to end this class. Thank you all so much for coming, and good luck on the school year. Oil on.
Thank you.
Thank you.